Welcome to the EcoMedia Showcase. Really stoked to share our idea with you and explain how the EcoMedia plans to unite people for progress, paying specific attention to our primary market here in Berkeley. But before we get started, let's do some introductions. So if the team could go ahead and stand up and announce their position. Go for it.
Hi, I'm Brian, Director of Marketing, Social Media, whatnot.
I'm Steve, Director of Finance.
I'm David, I'm Internal Director.
I'm Andrea, I'm the Legal Director.
Sweet, and I'm Chris. I am Executive Director and Director of Design. So you can see here, I guess before we go into the agenda, I'll acknowledge a couple of our past team members. Omid, Pat, Brooke, Greenberg has been an exceptional help. Most of the Photoshop work you'll see today was by Brooke, Donish, and Mary, have contributed to the project. And countless others have contributed as well. So here you see our agenda. We'll talk about the beta first, and then we'll go through what each of the committees is working on. Then we'll come back and talk about the greater institution of ECO and have questions and some closing remarks. So let's go ahead and get into the beta. So the image you see here is the flyer for the event tonight. It's actually just an event post in the forum. So you can see the organization of our common resources in the title bar of the beta. The forum is for idea transfer, sharing links, articles, uploading original works, petitions, boycotts. The calendars allows people to place things in time. The profiles it divides into the organizations, individuals, and projects. The market allows exchange of matter or time, a range from reusable items to volunteers, jobs. And the maps allows people to place things in space. So we've named our server the O Cloud, or simply the O. The O is where all information potentially useful to the goal of ECO is organized, processed, and secured. The EcoMedia is the user interface with the O. The O will be designed to complement the intelligence of the user and keep good information alive. As someone posts a link in the O or in the media, the system will read out of the O and deconstruct that information. For example, if someone was posting a Facebook event, it would get things like the time and whatnot, so it could also post through to calendars, and it characterize it with universal tags. Also, when you're posting, the system reads into the O to connect these appropriately. For example, if someone is starting a boycott in Santa Cruz that's already been started in Berkeley, those would be connected. Another important point is this community layout. So this page is what we've designed for Berkeley, but these resources and these links, this layout, will be homologous with the communities of University of British Columbia or California, so we can really integrate these communities. Users will be able to paint any of the information as these icons demonstrate. Blue with a circle syncs that information to your profile. For example, to confirm attendance at an event. Green is an affirmation. Black with a minus sign, dislikes. Red with an X, reports is inappropriate, and yellow with a triangle allows users to modify that information. For example, to connect it to a project or add a tag. So the way Ecomedia organizes personal interaction is intuitive as well, with these tools organized into the sidebar. The messages organizes your communication, brings all your notifications and reminders into one smart inbox. Contacts shows your friends and organizations. Projects allows people to build documents and organize the information of the O. People could drag an event from anywhere in the forum or the calendars over to their personal calendar to have it sync all external medias and devices. So I hope you can come to understand we are at the early stages of building a media that has monumental potential, and we want you to be a part of it. So let's go over to that U bubble and talk about design. So as director of design, I've overseen the development of the media since the 20-minute video that was made last May to what we just presented. Understanding the vital role design plays in Ecomedia, at the heart of Ecomedia, we have put countless hours into keeping the beta aligned with the philosophy of Eco. Acknowledging our great goal, we set out on a mission to program every resource an environmentalist needs into the O. Then theoretically design this to be the beta, which we plan to program this summer. As you can see, we've kept profile pages basic. The idea is to outsource the private network clutter to groups like Facebook or whatever. As you can see, this will be well linked with those external medias. We've created a language as we design function to keep us organized and help transverse culture. I mean, name simply the title bar, ground bar, sidebar, zone as the general working space, zone bar, index. But as we get deeper into starting to use the nomenclature, or we get deeper in starting to use the nomenclature as we think deeper into this design. For example, econ is context, address book, the static connections within the O, and ecom is messages, communication, the flow within the O. As Ecomedia develops beyond the beta, this will come to include phone services like texting, voice transcription. Ecomedia can come to be employed as people's home media, synchronizing econ, calendars, profile information, and more with external medias. The design of the O is technically efficient and will grant access from any device. As people embrace Eco, they will come to find the benefits of this unification of the information they experience. So the design committee holds the technical skills of the O. We've been working with the other committees. For example, marketing, as we make the Eco icon and logo and other graphics. We also chose the colorful makeup of blue, green, and yellow for Eco. And this committee could immediately use help with Photoshop, Illustrator, any programming or any design experience, really. So that wraps up what we got going on in design. I'll go ahead and hand it over to David to talk executive.